What you're about to see is a breakdown and explanation of all the exercises in the IPO3 obedience routine. The obedience routine you'll see in this video was performed at the World Championship in France in 2016. I believe this routine is an excellent example of what IP obedience should look like. I will explain each exercise as we go along. The purpose of this video is to help you understand what you'll need to teach your dog for the obedience phase of IPO. Remember, there are 3 separate phases in IPO. The other 2 phases are tracking and protection. I have videos of those as well. The first exercise in the obedience routine is heeling. IPO heeling differs from regular heeling in that the dog should be focused, happy, and animated while working. From a technical standpoint, the dog must be on the handler's left side and should walk with his right shoulder in line with the handler's left knee, as you see in the video. Points will be deducted if the dog is either out of position or not showing the right emotional attitude during the work. Again, the dog should be happy, animated, and focused during heeling. The next exercise is the sit in motion. The exercise starts out from heeling. Between 10 to 15 paces, the handler must give the sit command, and the dog should immediately stop following the handler and sit. The handler is not allowed to give any physical gestures such as hand signals or body language. The dog must respond only to the verbal command. As with all exercises in obedience, to obtain full points, the dog must perform the exercise very fast and willingly. Points are deducted if the dog sits slowly or appears stressed. The down in motion is similar to the sit in motion, except at the IPO3 level it is performed from a run, as you see in the video. As soon as the handler gives the down command, the dog must stop following and lie down. Just as with the sit in motion, the dog should lie down fast and willingly. After the down in motion, the handler continues moving away from the dog 30 paces and then turns around to face the dog. The handler then gives the come command, and the dog should run very fast to the handler and sit straight and closely in front, as you see in the video. After the dog sits, the handler then gives the heel command, and the dog must come into heel position on the left side, as you see in the video. The last motion exercise is the stand in motion. It is the same as the down in motion, except you give a stand command, and the dog must essentially freeze in place. As in the down in motion, there is also a recall with a finish. There are 3 dumbbell retrieves in the obedience routine. The first is the flat retrieve. In this retrieve, the handler throws the dumbbell directly in front of the dog. The dog should not go until the handler gives the bring command. Upon hearing the command, the dog should run out very fast, pick the dumbbell up, and bring the dumbbell back just as fast. The dog should then sit straight and close in front of the handler and hold the dumbbell calmly and firmly until the handler gives the out command. The second dumbbell retrieve is over a 1 meter high hurdle. The dog must retrieve the dumbbell the same as in the flat retrieve, except the dog must go over and come back over the hurdle with the dumbbell. The last dumbbell retrieve is over an A-frame. The A-frame is 6 feet tall and triangular shaped. The dog must climb over the wall, get the dumbbell, and then climb back over the wall with the dumbbell. In all 3 retrieves, the dog must sit and hold the dumbbell in front of the handler at the end. The last exercise in the obedience routine is the send out. The handler starts at one end of the field, which is typically the size of a football field, heels forward with their dog 10 to 15 paces, and then gives the send out command. Upon hearing the command, the dog must run very fast and directly away from the handler in a straight line until the judge instructs the handler to down their dog. When the judge says, the handler must give the down command. The dog should react to the down command by putting the brakes on and dropping to the ground quickly. There is only one more exercise in the obedience routine, and that is the long down. I do not have footage of this as it is very boring to watch, so it's not typically filmed. However, the long down is essentially what you're seeing right now. The handler downs their dog on the edge of the field and stands approximately 30 paces away from them. The dog must stay down in the same position for approximately 15 minutes until the judge instructs you to pick up your dog. And that's it for the obedience phase of IPO. Those are all of the exercises you will need to teach your dog. if you're interested in competing in this sport. Hopefully now you have a clear idea of what IPO obedience should look like and what you need to work towards. Be sure to watch my videos on tracking and protection. Thanks for watching and hope to see you out on the training field.